Hello everyone, I'm Major Dang. Thank you so much for joining me on this latest budget video. It feels good to be back in front of the camera. I haven't filmed anything since my rent negotiation video, so I've kind of been keeping a low profile for a couple different reasons. One, speaking of rent negotiation, we are moving and it's been incredibly stressful and not fun, and I don't ever want to do it again, but here we are. And then two, I'll come back to that later because that actually has a lot to do with what's going on in the month of October. I am a featured speaker for the Financial Diets digital summit that is happening in October 16th, I believe. It's called the Big Reset 2020. It's a financial summit featuring only women, which I think is really amazing. So I share this with you because my presentation is going to be about how to change your financial destiny. And again, I worked really hard on it, on the presentation, and I want to let you all know if you are interested in it. I'll go ahead and link the summit in the description box if you want to see who else is a part of it. There's going to be a bunch of Q&As. I have a Q&A and I have my featured speech. And then there's going to be a whole bunch of other speakers talking about a whole variety of things having to do with money. So I wanted to bring it up because I know that it's a very important topic because we are all on my channel for a particular reason. So please definitely check the link and I hope to see you there. Please actually, at least some of you, join me on during my speech. It's in Zoom so everyone can watch and I just don't want to be speaking to an empty room. But yeah, so there's that. October, I think maybe even more stressful for me. Actually, let's kind of say how September went and then we'll talk about October. Rent, 22%, groceries, 4%, which I think is actually pretty good. Dining out or takeout, 5%. Investments, 40%. Donations, 8%. Equipment, 12%. Personal, 3%. Pets, 27%. Car, 0.01, because ain't no one driving. And health is 0.06. So a couple things. Still investing. I am far behind on my yearly goal that I wanted to achieve. If you remember, let me get my planner. And I am not even halfway there at this point. But honestly, it is what it is during this year. We just kind of have to accept it and we can't get too hard on ourselves, but at least I was able to contribute some money there. And pets was actually quite expensive, 27% in the month of September, because I paid for the boys' pet insurance for the entire year. Again, another sinking fund that I had saved up for, so I have prepared for this. I used my Empower debit card in order to pay for it. And the total for the boys for an entire year, we have nationwide. I highly recommend it. Pet insurance is actually really crucial. And the pet insurance we have has been great. We have nationwide pet insurance again. For 2 dogs for an entire year, it was $2,067.19. And you know me, anytime I can pay off something in a lump sum for an entire year, I'm all about it. Donated to a lot of organizations trying to make voting more accessible to more people, and then also donating to a couple campaigns. So there's that. And then I also donated to, as you know, California on the west, we have a bunch of fires. I donated to a place called the United Farm Workers. Remember, your food comes from someplace, and farm workers don't have time off of any sort, even during a pandemic, even during fires. So I was donating to them to kind of just help them get whatever equipment they need to stay healthy during this time while they're working. And then meals of gratitude to give meals to the firefighters and people displaced from the fire. Yeah, I mean, everything is pretty the same. I do feel like since we are moving, I have been trying to clean out our pantries in order to make the move a little easier. And I think that's why my grocery percentages are not significantly lower. but lower than normal because we haven't really been purchasing groceries. We're trying to just clean out the fridge, clean out the pantries in order to make this move as easy as possible. Now let's move on to month of October, which I don't think anyone is too excited about. So here's the thing. After my rent negotiation video, I got a lot of messages, and even in the comment section, a lot of you all were kind of just like, why don't you try this? Why don't you try this? Go back to them and ask for this. And I thought about it because, you saw at the end of the video, I was actually really upset that they wouldn't negotiate with me. And not only that, but you tell me that you're going to lower the rent of my unit once I move out. But it's like, I'm trying to stay here. So why can't you just work with me here? Anyways, I was real upset about it. And I was tempted many times to go downstairs and almost beg them, like, listen, this is not fair. What can we do to fix this? Because I love my unit and I don't want to move. However, it got to the point where I was like, why am I begging these people to take my money? Why am I trying to beg to stay in a place where people don't want me? That's ultimately where it came down to. And I think I would have been a little bit more forgiving about the situation if they had attempted to even work with me, but there was no sense of them giving a shit whether I stayed or not. And I think especially, I keep on saying this in my budget videos, during this time is when you really realize what companies and people care about you and what companies don't. And this company does not. So I don't want to give them any more of my money because they do not deserve it. And it came after a day of tears. I was like crying about it. I actually had to leave the house and go for a drive because I was so upset when I came to that realization of, wow, these people who I am paying to live here really don't want me here. And again, that kind of closed the chapter on the entire situation. So I was really hoping that we could have figured something out, especially since, I know people around me in the same building and in the exact same unit pay less than me, but I wasn't gonna. No. So we decided to just end it there. But unfortunately, we have this apartment until the end of this month, so October 31st, I assume. And throughout this whole time, we have been searching. You guys saw the video of us going to Houston, trying to find a place there. We've been looking in the valley. We've been looking east. We've been looking even down south by the airport. We've been looking everywhere to find a new place to live. And it has been so, so hard. Speaking of, a lot of your comments, not a lot, but many of you commented that in our What $3,000 Get You in Houston, commented that you could get much less for just as much space. And yes, you absolutely can. However, what is really tricky for our moving situation is that Brian and I need a particular setup. Brian needs space to choreograph, and many of the houses or apartments that we've seen, whether in Houston or in LA, the second bedroom is just too small. Like he cannot choreograph in there. So that was really difficult. And also because we both work from home, like I can hear him choreographing right now in the other room while I'm shooting here. It's like the setup of the apartment or house has to be really particular, and it's been really difficult to find that. So moral of the story is we are moving. You'll see where we're moving, whether it's staying in LA or going to Houston momentarily. We are moving at the end of this week, I think, or maybe beginning of next week, and we will be paying 2 rents. Fortunately, the moving sinking fund that I saved up for covers our rent for the new place, so that's not really something I'm worried about, and I still have money to get movers if I want to. I'm like kind of toying around. I feel like I've never had like used movers before in my life. It's always just been me and Brian and maybe a TaskRabbit to help us move things into a truck. So I'm not sure if I really, I'm just trying to see what's easier at this point, because the past couple of weeks have been so stressful about this moving situation that I'm just trying to do what is easier. I did the financial breakdown of staying here, moving to the only other place that in LA that we liked, and then moving to Houston. And it was very clear what the right decision was financially. And that's the decision that we decided to go with. Ultimately, it came down to financials, because honestly, this entire process has been so effing annoying that the next thing we want to do once our lease is up in our new place is buy a house. I do not want to deal with renting again. Like, this apartment complex just ruined it for me. Don't want to deal with renting again. I don't want to deal with all the difficulties of trying to find a house that works for our situation, because it is more difficult than I feel like it has been over the past couple years. And no, I don't want to deal with this situation again. So we actually signed a longer lease. It is a 17-month lease. But now we have an end goal of what we want to happen at the end of 17 months. And that is to save up enough money for a down payment to buy a house. So in 17 months, I'm hoping that combined with Brian and I, we can save $200,000 for a down payment. That is the goal. And yeah, house hunting or apartment hunting is just not fun. And then I'll be taking over some utility bills for our new place. And I'm hoping to, well, I'm not hoping to, I will in October this month pay for the internet for the entire year as well. So we're just knocking out bills left and right. I don't want to see anything else come out of my account unless it's for food and dogs. Another big expense that is going to happen hopefully this year or this month in October is paying for the planners. Let me tell you, I have never had such difficulty trying to find people to produce my planners ever. And I shot a vlog, which I haven't done in a long time, and it kind of just revealed my frustration about this whole situation. But I'm hoping in October this month, because I want the planner to start selling in November for you guys to just prepare for next year, that we are going to, or that I will be throwing a lot of money towards the production of the planner. And fortunately, again, I have a good amount saved up and put aside in a bank that you guys don't even know about, because it's like my secret planner bank. But that will also be happening as well. So going to be spending a lot of money this month, but it's all for a purpose, I guess. All right, I guess that's it. This is going to be the last budget in this room. I've actually been selling quite a bit of furniture. I was going to do a whole video about it, but I decided not to. It was just too much. But I've been selling a lot of my furniture on Facebook Marketplace. For me, I feel like it's kind of just the safest place to sell personally. And I've sold everything. Everyone has gotten really great deals on my shit. And then actually one of my Instagram followers bought our couch in the guest bedroom. So we are just trying to make this move again as stress-free as possible. I'm going to be sad that this light, this natural light, I will no longer get. But again, it's only for 17 months. That is just what I have to continue to tell myself. Okay, my battery's dying. I gotta go. I'll see you guys next time. I'm Asia Din. Thanks for watching. Bye.